Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. What a day in Port Charles. If you missed General Hospital today, Monday, April 28, 2025, then you missed a lot. So here is a recap. Jocelyn Jax Eden McCoy is walking at night when Vaughn appears and jumps her, putting her in a chokehold. He asks if she has forgotten all of her training already. He then asked how her assignment with the professor was going. Joss explains that she is catching up on the class because she needs to do that before locking down an assistant job. Vaughn suggests that she go to the Savoy to watch her mark. It's a busy evening at the Savoy. Trina Robinson, Tayana Ali, and Kai Taylor, Jens Austin Astrup, have stepped out to enjoy a date the night before Kai's risky surgery. Curtis Ashford, Donald Turner, appears, and Kai asks to speak to him. He is hoping that Curtis isn't angry with him for not taking his advice about the surgery. Curtis tells him that he respects the fact that he made up his own mind and he hopes that the surgery goes well for him. Curtis then sits with Jordan Asford, Tanisha Harper, to discuss her new position with Jen Sidwell, Carlo Rhoda. She explains that she had to make up with Drew Kane, Cameron Matheson, for the sake of Sidwell's business. That means that publicly it'll look like she and Curtis are now on opposite sides. Curtis tells her that he hopes that working for Sidwell is worth it in the end. Trina chats with Emma Drake, Braden Bruner, until Henry Dalton, Daniel Goddard, walks in. Emma has applied for the professor's summer research assistant position, and she makes sure that he knows how much she wants the job. Eventually, Henry ends up at a table chatting with Anna Devane, Finola Hughes, as Jocelyn looks on from the shadows. After successfully blackmailing Portia Robinson, Brooke Kerr, for a little while, the shoe is on the other foot for Brad Cooper, Perry Shen. First, she wanted him to get Drew's entire medical history, and after he dropped the folder on her desk, Brad was given his next assignment, to steal ketamine. He brought the drug to Portia, and once he left her office, she called Nina Reeves, Cynthia Watrous, to let her know that they had everything they needed to set Drew up. Tracy Quartermain, Jane Elliott, sees Gio Palmieri, Giovanni Mazza, and asks if he can vote in Port Charles. She tells him that he should vote for Laura Collins, Jeannie Francis, as mayor and then also vote for the referendum, against Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard. Gio gets angry at the thought of it because Sonny has financially taken care of him since his mom died. He also points out to Tracy all the good things that Sonny has done for Port Charles. In the middle of their argument, Gio texts Emma to come to the queues for backup. Christina Corinthos, Kate Mancy, and Molly Lansing Davis, Kristen Baganos, are standing in Alexis Davis's, Nancy Lee Grant, living room holding the commitment paperwork. Christina can't understand why her mother would even consider locking her up. Alexis asks to talk to her alone, and the sisters refuse to be separated. Alexis tells Christina that she had no choice but to draw up the papers because of her behavior, but then never filed them because she had a change of heart. Alexis tap dances around the truth until Christina storms off and goes to her daughter's grave. Once there, she spills her guts about trying to kill Ava Jerome, Maura West, and questions her own sanity. Molly eventually arrives and drives home the fact that they really only have each other in this world, so they need to stick together. Sonny's heart surgery went well, but he will need to take his recovery seriously. As Carly Spencer, Laura Wright, is on the phone, a random nurse is in Sonny's room about to inject him with something. Brick Stephen A. Smith opens the door and asks to see her ID. As she instead reaches for a gun, Brick shoots her first. He then makes a call to the WSB to come and get their agent. Carly comes into the room and panics at the sight of the nurse on the floor. Eventually, Jack Brennan, Chris McKenna, shows up with some story about being the one the LA Bureau sent because he was in LA for a meeting. Carly believes his story and tells him not to let anyone know about Sonny's surgery. While Sonny was heavily sedated, Mike Corbin, Max Gale, paid his son a visit from the other side. During their emotional reunion, Sonny told Mike that he was right about everything. Mike explained that he could never tell him what to do, Sonny had to make his own choices. Sonny admits that he has been thinking of getting out of the business for a long time, and Michael's being injured in the firebombing only makes him more sure that it is time. After their talk, Mike tells Sonny he will see him again when it's time. Sonny then woke in his hospital bed just as Carly was coming to visit. She told him that he is going to be fine, but that he has missed a lot. Heart. Port Charles had no shortage of drama this week, but the April 28 episode of General Hospital delivered a powerful mix of the emotional and the heroic. With heavenly visits, near-death moments, and some unexpected teamwork, this episode reminded us why we keep coming back. Let's dive into a full recap of all the twists, tears, and triumphs from Friday's unforgettable episode. A Father's Love Knows No Bounds. The episode opened in a haze. Soft golden light filtered in as Sonny Corinthos lay unconscious in his office at Pazzulo's. Blood pooled near his head from a blow sustained during an ambush the night before. As paramedics were en route, viewers were taken into Sonny's mind, where the boundary between life and death blurred. Suddenly, a familiar voice called out, "Hey, son." Sonny looked up from the fog and there stood Mike Corbin, his late father, bathed in a gentle glow and smiling warmly. "Am I dead?" Sonny asked, confused. "Not yet," Mike replied. "But you're dancing awful close to the line." In a beautiful, emotional exchange, Mike reminded Sonny of what truly mattered: family, forgiveness, and fighting for what's right. He acknowledged Sonny's burdens, especially with the return of Jason and the constant threats from his enemies. But Mike urged Sonny not to give up. "There's still more for you to do, kid," he said. "Don't leave them now." The visit served as a touching callback to Sonny's own journey of grappling with his father's illness and death. And Mike's ghostly presence was both comforting and clarifying. He was the tether that pulled Sonny back from the edge. Brick to the rescue. While Sonny teetered between life and death, Brick was already on the move. He had intercepted a scrambled communication the night before, encrypted chatter suggesting an attack on one of Sonny's holdings. Brick, ever the tech genius and loyal friend, had stayed up all night decoding it. When he couldn't reach Sonny, his instincts screamed trouble. Rushing to Pazzulo's with a portable signal tracker and his signature confidence, Brick arrived just as the paramedics were carrying Sonny out. He quickly pulled aside Dante Falconeri, who had just arrived on the scene. "This wasn't random," Brick said, scanning the scene. "It was coordinated. Someone wanted to take Sonny out, and they almost succeeded." Back inside the restaurant, Brick noticed the hacked security panel near the kitchen entrance. A subtle sign that someone bypassed the security system, someone with serious skills. Brick downloaded the access logs and began piecing together the attack. Jason's guilt runs deep. Elsewhere, Jason Morgan sat in his safe house with Carly, his expression unreadable but his fists clenched. He'd heard about the attack on Sonny and felt the weight of not being there to prevent it. "If I had stayed closer, this wouldn't have happened," Jason said, his voice low. "You couldn't have known," Carly replied, but her own voice trembled. "We've been dealing with too much all at once. Sonny can handle himself." But Jason's guilt was thick in the air. After years of protecting Sonny's back, being forced into hiding had put them all on edge. The revelation that Sonny was fighting for his life pushed Jason dangerously close to crossing lines again. As Jason prepared to head out, Brick called. "I got something," he said. "And it's big." Ava's warning. Meanwhile at Windermere, Ava Jerome received a cryptic message slipped under her door. A single line in elegant handwriting: "Tell Sonny to beware the one who smiles." Ava's heart sank. It was a callback to a threat she'd heard once before from a rival mob family during her Jerome days. She knew it meant someone was playing a long con, someone close to Sonny might be betraying him. After a tense exchange with Nicholas, who was more preoccupied with legal trouble than mob warnings, Ava decided to head to General Hospital, where Sonny had just been stabilized. Nina's breaking point. At GH, Nina Reeves was already at Sonny's bedside. Her eyes were red from crying, her hands clenched into fists. She begged him to wake up. "You promised we'd build something together. You promised you wouldn't leave." But guilt clawed at her. She still hadn't told Sonny about Sex's renewed interest in Carly's financials, information she may have inadvertently leaked. Her fear was that if Sonny found out the truth, he'd feel betrayed. So she sat in the sterile hospital room, holding his hand, whispering apologies and secrets. "Please, just wake up. I need you to tell me everything's going to be okay." A light in the dark. Back in Sonny's dream-like vision, Mike placed a hand on his son's shoulder. "You've made mistakes, Sonny. But you've also made amends. Don't let this take you away from your family." As Sonny struggled with whether to let go or fight, a new image appeared: his children, Donna, Avery, Dante, Michael, laughing together in the park. "They still need you," Mike said. "Don't leave them fatherless." With a final smile, Mike whispered, "It's not your time yet." And just like that, Sonny gasped awake in his hospital bed. Nina leapt to her feet. "Sonny." His voice, weak but clear, rasped. "Mike was here." Brick connects the dots. Back at the scene, Brick and Jason reviewed the access data and a blurry surveillance photo. It was enough. Brick pointed to a figure in the frame. "That's him. He was in the building at the same time the system went down." Jason studied the photo. "I've seen him before. He works for the Vargas family, and they've been quiet too long. Brick nodded. This was a message. They want Sonny weakened. Jason's jaw tightened. Then it's time to send one back. But Brick held him back. We do this smart. No war, not yet. Let me dig. There's more to this than a turf grab. Reluctantly, Jason agreed. Ava, Carly and Nina collide. At the hospital, Carly, Ava, and Nina crossed paths outside Sonny's room, and the tension could be cut with a knife. He's awake, Nina said, her voice a mix of relief and possessiveness. Carly narrowed her eyes. Don't pretend you didn't help bring this all down on him. Ava interjected. Enough. I have a message Sonny needs to hear, and I think it means someone he trusts is about to betray him. All three women stood, faces tight. Hearts racing, for different reasons. The future of Sonny's empire, and maybe his life, hung in the balance. Sonny speaks. As night fell, Sonny gathered strength and asked for Brick and Jason to meet him privately. With monitors beeping and shadows cast across the room, he spoke slowly but firmly. I saw my father, Sonny said. He told me not to give up. Jason leaned forward. You almost didn't make it. Brick added, we've traced the hit to the Vargas family. But something's not right. I'm still digging. Sonny's eyes burned with fire. No more playing defense. I want to know everything. Every player, every threat, every lie. He looked to Jason. We're not just going to survive this, we're going to take back control. And as Sonny lay back, eyes open, mind focused, it was clear, the king of Port Charles was down, but not out. And with Brick and Jason by his side, a storm was coming. Final thoughts. This episode balanced action and emotion with masterful precision. From Mike's otherworldly visit to Brick's tech heroism, and from Ava's warning to Nina's unraveling guilt, every moment carried weight. Sonny's brush with death only ignited his resolve, setting the stage for a fierce comeback. The question now is, who's the betrayer in his circle, and will he find out before it's too late? Thanks for watching this video and please subscribe our GH News 24 YouTube channel for more update news.